All right, we are joined by the women's basketball coach, Danielle Santos Atkinson, following today's game at Morgan State. Coach, will you just open up and see?
Yeah. So today we once again had a slow start. We've been talking with this team about playing 40 minutes, and we've got to play hard for 40 minutes. We continue to have these slow starts, and it puts us in a tough position to then have to fight and scrap and claw. We end up again winning the second half. But when you dig yourself that sort of hole, it's very tough to get out of it. And so I'm proud that we didn't roll over and lay down, but we've got to get back to practice with some consistency and knowing that every game, every time we step on the floor, we're ready, we're prepared, and we're ready to go.
Questions for Coach? Tim, go ahead.
Hey, Coach, Tim Crowley, WRHU. So 2 tough losses in a few days, but some really good resurgence in the second half. What's really clicked at halftime, particularly on the offensive side?
Again, I just think we had some slow starts in the beginning, and we had a couple things in the beginning of the game not go our way because of our slow starts, and that just starts a snowball effect. When we have that snowball effect, we get tight and we miss some shots, or we rush some shots. We don't have the flow and the rhythm that we want to have offensively. When we're playing as hard as we can and we're converting and getting defensive stops, we're able to then have a better flow and a rhythm on the offensive side.
Dan?
Hi, Coach. Sandy Crescenzo with WRHU. Val Valcourt was a player who was all over the place today, especially in the second half. She sort of sparked that comeback a little bit with her tenacity on defense, her ability to pass the ball. You know, what kind of role does she have for your team, and what are you looking for her to contribute going forward?
Yeah, exactly that. Val is an energy player for us. She brings the energy and helps set the vibe and the tone on and off the floor. We always need her energy. She's always talking and communicating, encouraging and motivating her teammates. And when she came on the floor tonight, she was definitely a great spark. She played hard. She got 50-50 balls, loose balls. She got some big rebounds for us that we needed. She was aggressive on the offensive side. And so we need her to continue to bring that type of energy to the game, that type of defensive presence and that type of rebounding for us every game.
Coach, the last 2 games in particular, we've seen Jacayla struggle a little bit offensively in that first half, but still find ways to make plays in the game, whether it's the rebounding, leading the team at the first half the other day, or a couple of big blocks today. What have you been able to speak to her tenacity and really find ways to impact the game, particularly in the second half when she didn't have the greatest first half shooting?
Yeah, so Kayla last year was a surprise to a lot of teams. She had worked on her game and developed her game and definitely became a go-to player for us last season. Going into this year, it's no longer a surprise. They know who she is. They're keying on her. She's always going to get their best defender on the floor, and that's an adjustment. You know, she's continuing to make great plays, like you said, continuing to learn to play versus that best defender on the floor. And her teammates are continuing to look for her and find her in different ways. And so we need her to continue to stay aggressive, continue to look and hunt for shots, and we'll continue to work to get her the easiest, highest percentage shots we can.
And just last question for me. You return home on Saturday to a place you haven't lost yet at home. Now with your second Power 5 matchup of the year against Ole Miss, what excites you about the opportunity on Saturday?
It's a great opportunity for us. Anytime you're going against, like you said, that Power 5 opponent, it's a great opportunity, especially on our home floor. We're going to have energy. We're going to fight, and we're going to compete and play as hard as we can after we go and prepare this week. And so, I mean, every game is an important game for us. Every next game for us is an exciting, important game because it's our next game. And so, again, we're going to prepare as we always do, and making sure that we are ready to go come Saturday.
Any more questions for Coach? All right, thank you guys very much.
Thank you, Coach.